Okay then, so today I'm at the library in Newburgh, New York, looking at this HARO F3. And if you didn't inspect this thing very carefully, you'd have no idea it was a HARO F3. Because even the HARO logo is kind of small, but then the F3 is like all the way down here. Tiny, tiny, tiny little, like look, here's a blade of grass, and here's the F3 logo. I don't know why HARO did that. Maybe they don't want people to know what kind of bike they're riding. As long as they know it's a HARO, and of course you know it's a HARO because it's stamped. Well, the seat says HARO, and there's a HARO thing on the gusset, and there's a HARO thing up here, and it says HARO here, and HARO here on the pedals, and HARO, and a little HARO thing there. So I guess they want you to know you're riding a HARO, but they just don't want you to know which model it is. Fair enough. Another thing interesting about this is they ripped off the Intel logo. See, it says Intel inside, but instead it says Chromo inside, which is really nonsense because there's nothing inside, it's a hollow tube. It's Chromo on the outside and air on the inside, but you know, I get it. Stop ripping off other people's logos, HARO. So this thing has 4 pegs, just like Mike Escamilla's bike. Did he ever ride for HARO? Maybe. I don't know. Dude's dope though. Tektro brakes, HARO grippers. I like this little junction here. Platform pedals. You know, these were originally invented by a company called Shimano as the DX pedal. And then in the 90s, a guy named Chris Moeller re-released them as the S&M pedal. And every other company did the same thing, probably around the same time. So maybe Chris Moeller wasn't the innovator of ripping off the DX. But anyway, I never really liked the DX type of pedals. Didn't do shit for me. But here they are on this HARO. Little sprocket, little freewheel in the back. Or is that a cog and lock ring cassette? Who knows? Alex DMI 8 rims. This bike is not as fast as that car that just went by. It's one of those bikes that falls into the category of hard to sell. Like, I already have a HARO F2 that's been sitting on Craigslist for months now. Nobody wants these things. Like, the kids want them. You know, the kid sees it on Craigslist, he wants it, and he tells the parents about it, and then there's like a disconnect where the parent doesn't want to buy it. They don't want to spend any money. So the parent's trying to communicate to the kid. So the parent's on the phone with me, and the kid's in the background, and the parent doesn't know what they're even talking about. The kid's twisting their arm, and I'm just getting annoyed on the other end because I don't want to talk to somebody who doesn't know why they're even calling me in the first place. So things just go downhill. Usually I end up just hanging up, and the kid probably just gets yelled at on the other end. So that's how it goes with bikes like this. Just, you know, teenage kids, 13, what would this fit, like a 12-year-old? 12-year-old kid just goes bananas, he wants it. Because he's so sick of riding that shitty Walmart bike that his parents bought him a couple years ago. But his parents don't understand, why do you need a new bike? Your other bike's fine, you're gonna have a car soon. And they're right. So this might be just yet another bike that I wheel down to the garbage can and leave there. And that way somebody can have it for free. Like some homeless guy. He'll probably take it to the scrapyard and sell it for $2. And go use that money to buy crack cocaine. Which is kind of sad, but I mean, what am I gonna do? Stand there by the garbage can and just like shake my finger? No, 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 you can't take it. This is for kids only. Fuck it. Once it's in the garbage, it's a free-for-all, man. Or I don't know, maybe I'll take it to put it on Craigslist and see if I can get 20 bucks out of it. I already shot the photos anyway. So that's a HARO F3. Nice little bike. If it were up to me, I would take off these pegs because they make it heavy. And I'd take off this gyro or O-rig or whatever. And take off the front brake. Just lighten the bike up as much as I could. And cruise around on it. You know, hit the ramps, hit the trails. Put on steel pegs and street out. And that's all, the HARO F3.